Hello and good morning. It is, it's today. That's what matters. I am over caffeinated. I got up very early. I did not work out. I meant to, but I ended up talking to somebody that I haven't talked to in far too long, and that was amazing. Put me in a great mood. I'm actually a little over the moon right now, just with a great mood and happy to be alive. And the sun is shining. I got to step out, have a coffee, and watch the sunrise. Good morning, Pam. So today, I think let's get a little weird. We've talked a lot about like how to input information into the brain, and I was actually just asked, what are you going to talk about this morning? And I was kind of back and forth between two subjects. So I think I'm going to start with the weird one because I like being weird. Weird is good. Let's talk about submodalities and good morning, Tammy, and the representational systems that our brain imprints information upon our long-term memory with. Good morning, Joanne. You weren't the first this morning. What the heck? So, representational systems are how we view the world. When we take in information from the outside world, we have to process it through our five senses. There's some differences. There's, technically more than five senses. Now we understand this, but basically what happens is our brain is like a reducing valve. We can't understand all of the information around us at any given time, or we go insane. So what our brain does is good morning, Christy. It deletes, distorts, and generalizes everything in our exterior world to internalize it and make it look like things that are already in our brain and stored in our memory system. So trying to give you an example. So 2 years ago, I had a car accident, and it was a pretty bad car accident. I was the first one on this. I was fine, but the other guy got really messed up, and it wasn't my fault. He ran a red light when I was turning left, and he hit a telephone pole going at a pretty good clip. And I ran up to the car, and it wasn't pretty. But I remember thinking to myself, because I've studied so much neurolinguistics programming, I'll say that slower so that I can actually understand it, neurolinguistics programming. Good morning, Teresa. That I understood that if I internalized this and made it a really bad thing, I'd have nightmares. So what I did intentionally was tell myself, don't imprint this, don't imprint this. And because I understood the power that I have to change my perception of things, I was able to, if I really try hard, I can still recall the scene, but it doesn't haunt me. So one of the people I helped with this in the past was my Uncle Harold. May he rest in peace. It's been just over a year since he passed away. But Uncle Harold got in a pretty bad car accident where people got killed, and it was a head-on collision. Good morning, Tana. And he could actually see their faces. And he was having nightmares for quite a while. So I said, Uncle Harold, I'm going to try something weird on you. I'm going to put you in a trance. And morning, Ruthie. Aw, that's awesome to see you. I love you. I miss you guys so much. So what I did was I told him I was going to put him in a trance, which is a light type of hypnosis. And then I worked on him with the representational systems and the submodalities of his experience. So he was having the same nightmare over and over again. But what happens is when we actually recall a memory, whatever trauma it is or good thing that it is, we recall it in certain modalities. The modalities are the things that we see. So I asked him first, is it a picture or a movie? And it was a movie. He could see it replaying over and over again. And then I asked him, was it in color or was it in black and white? And it was in color, which meant it was very intense. Then I would ask, is it near or far? First person or third person? Fast or slow? Loud or quiet? And as weird as this sounds, you have the ability, with a little bit of practice, to change all of those submodalities. So if it's close, in first person, in color, loud, bright, you can turn down the tint so that the color leaves. You can turn down the sound. And I know it sounds weird, but it truly works. You can make it farther away and push it up away from you. And you can even go one further and use a good memory and bring that memory in and replace it. If you want to know more about this, it's 9 a.m. So if you want to know more about this, you can direct message me. I'll talk more about it, how to change these submodalities. But working with Uncle Harold for about 10 minutes, he never had the nightmare again. So whether you believe it works or not, probably has something to do with it working, but it worked in his case. And I've helped people cure their fear of flying because those submodalities are the way that we represent all of our external information. Anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, it is 9 a.m. Please rise to your feet. Let your voices ring out in unison. I believe it is Nurses Week this week, so let's sing this one out for all the nurses out there, because I thank God every day that we have people that are willing to put their lives on the line and risk their families for us right now. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons' command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Play ball. I still don't hear any voices ringing out in Dunnville with me. I'm sure there are some, but I would love to hear you or see a picture or a video. Morning, Cal. This is how we come together. This is my way of contributing to everybody, putting some positivity out there for the most part, but also bringing our voices together. You know, this morning, talking to somebody I haven't talked to in a very long time, it just made me realize how important certain people are in your life, and how good it makes you feel to be in touch with them. Letting your voice ring out every morning is one way to reach out. Even though we might not necessarily see the effect we're having, we are having an effect. I promise you that. So we'll talk more about some modalities tomorrow and how to change them, and actually how to switch your representational from a bad thing to a good thing. I know it's really weird, but it works. It's what Tony Robbins has built a multi-million-dollar career off of. It's what I learned from my mentor, Michael Burnoff. And it's really, really effective. I've seen it cure people of major things within a couple of minutes, and I mean major traumas. It's really weird how our brain stores information, and how we have, you know, once we're aware of it, the effect or the ability to affect it. So until tomorrow, know that it's possible. If you got something that you're having nightmares about, or if you got something that you want to change in your life, it's possible. And we'll talk more about how to do that tomorrow. Anyhow, I need to go get my day started. I am over caffeinated and happy to be alive. Yeah, I guess that's the best thing to do. Anyhow, until tomorrow, I love you. Have a fantastic day. Go spread some love and joy out in the world. It's very easy to make somebody's day just by thanking them, by making eye contact and letting them know they exist as a human. It's massive. I will see you tomorrow morning, 8:55 a.m. Until then, have a fantastic day. And remember, every morning, every voice counts. So hard to end both at the same time. And I can't see my cursor. And my cursor, there it is.